Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adlens of Good Art Photography. In today's video, we'll be reviewing how I edited this picture. How I was able to retouch this image to this level. Let me show us the before. This is the before. This is what I got, from the camera. I think it was actually from this level. It was from this level. This was the initial shoot, and I cropped it to the level I want. So this was how I shot the image from. We got the image from the camera, the natural light shoot, an outdoor shoot. So the first thing I did was, from here to this final image. So this was the first thing I did was to create frequency separation. I created frequency separation actions, and I removed the blemishes on the face using clone stamp on the high frequency copy layer. Why I actually duplicated this layer was because if I eventually do any mistake, it will just be easy for me to delete and duplicate this layer, this high frequency layer to work on, instead of me starting frequency separation all over again. So I remove all the blemishes on the face from this layer, and later on move to the low frequency layer to use my mixer brush to mix the face and try to get a smooth screen. How in my previous video, I'm sure you must have seen how I do my own frequency separation. I use frequency separation method on the low frequency layer, copy layer. The first thing I did was to use the mixer brush on my settings, weight 61, weight 33, 61, 60. Depending on your image, you can decide to use 30, 30, 20, 20, depending on the texture or depending on the skin of the model you are working with or the image. So I use my mixer brush on my low frequency separation layer on the face. Then I use the other method of frequency separation, still on the low frequency layer. I use my lasso tool to crop the face, and I gave it Gaussian blur. And I use Gaussian blur. The range, you can set your range depending on the result you are getting on the face. Probably moving from 15 to 20, 20 to 30, depending on what you want to get. That's how I got this face. So from there I gave it levels to cool the color. Use layer to cool the color a little bit for me to have this cool and calm look. Then I move to dodge and burn. Just global dodge and burn to bring out the shape of the face. You see, this was before the dodge, so this is after the dodge. I was able to bring out this shape this side, and to increase the highlight here. Then I use burn layer to bring out this part of the face, and calm some side of this face to get back the shape of of the face, of the model face. So I actually did that on black and white layer. Black and white layer, we have to get where the shadow is and where the highlight is. And as you all know, that dodge and burn, during dodge and burn, you work on the highlight and the shadow on the face. So actually, why I use black and white is just for me to see the area I will be working on. So you can cool it a little bit. You see that this side dodge, this side highlight. So I don't need it, though. I can actually delete it on hide it. So after that, I move to the whitening of the eyeball, and move to the lightening of the eyeball, where I created the curves and the black and white. Then I marked it into this photo filter. This is before, this is after, this is before. Let me just go to the, so this is before the eyes whitening and after eye whitening. Before, I just want it to look, I want it to look more natural, and it won't look, the face will not, the eye will not just be pumping white and look fake. So I want it to look natural. That's why I just decide to leave it in this level. Then I change the color. I create the color by using one of my lots that I created some time ago to give me this closely dark skin, like it's close to dark skin. This color I use. How did I get this? I just in my subsequent videos that will release soon, I'm going to show you how to create your own color lookup and color preset. So you just come to this side and choose color lookup to, then you load it. Click on load and it will take you to your the folder where you save it. Then you just load it. This is why I have my own. Then you just load it, and I'm going to show. If you want to double the effect, you can just duplicate the layer. Just duplicate the layer or press Ctrl J. You can see that it will just change, and you can reduce the opacity. You can reduce the opacity. This is before, this is after. So you can reduce the opacity, but I prefer it to be on this level. Then to us this look very good, but I actually did something that helped me to pop out more of the texture, which was I go to the frequency layer, the frequency separation layer, and under the high frequency layer I created another layer, which I actually use. My mouse was here, and I created I click on Ctrl Shift Alt E to bring out the stamp visible, which gave me this. So it gave me this look. Now I can actually reduce the opacity. If you see that more of the skin texture is coming out, this is another method that you can try on your image to see the effect. And if the effect is too much, you can just reduce the opacity a little bit. You see before, this is before and after. This is before and after. So you can just, try this on your image and see what it look like. If this video help you, do well to comment on the comment section below. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe on our channel. Please subscribe for you to get more of our upcoming content. And if this video is useful to you and you're able to learn something from it, please give it a thumb up. Help us to like this video and turn on the notification button for you to receive a notification when we put on new videos. Thank you very much for staying with us. See you next time. Enjoy.